If you've seen posts on Instagram like this animated photo and you've thought, how do they do that? Well, no matter what you call them, cinemagraphs, plotagraphs, or the much more technical name that I like to call them, moving pictures. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to create moving pictures, or plotagraphs, or cinemagraphs, or whatever you want to call them. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video, where we help you amplify your business and brand with video. If you're new here, then make sure you click that subscribe button, and all the links to everything we mentioned in this video, you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump into it. Now, if you've been on Facebook or Instagram at all lately, you've most likely stumbled across some amazing posts that are essentially moving photos. Some of the image is frozen, like a photo, and other parts are moving like video. What? And I'm sure if you've seen one of these, then it definitely grabbed your attention. So the next logical thing I'm sure you asked yourself was, that's awesome, how can I do that? Well, the good news is they're not hard to make, and there's some great apps that let you do it right on your smartphone. And that's what we're going to be covering off in this video. Exactly how to create your magical moving pictures right on your iPhone or Android device. And it's incredibly easy. Now, to start, we actually have to go back and look at that whole naming thing again, because there actually are two ways to do this. And we're going to be covering off both. And to put this issue to rest, what exactly are these magical animated picture things called? Well, you might have heard them called both plotagraphs and cinemagraphs. And in reality, both of them are correct. It actually just depends on how you actually create your final image. A cinemagraph starts off with video footage, where you're freezing an element of the video and loop the movement part around, whereas a plotograph, on the other hand, is the opposite. You're starting off with a still photo and you animate things like water or clouds to make it look like video. So one starts with a photo, the other one starts with video. But in either case, it's important to know how to do both so that you can create moving picture awesomeness no matter what files you're working with. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into how to make them. So we're going to start off looking at cinemagraphs, which is where we start with video. Now, there's an absolute heap of apps out there for creating cinemagraphs on both iOS and Android, but without a doubt, the clear standout, the absolute best app is called Cinemagraph Pro. Cinemagraph Pro is currently selling in the App Store for $139.99. So it's definitely not for someone just dabbling in this. It is definitely aimed at the professionals. So if you're going to be creating a heap of this type of content, then it might be a fit for you. But don't worry, because we're going to be showing you a much cheaper app that will work on both iOS and Android and still get you great results. So the app that we're going to be looking at, again on both iOS and Android, is called Loopsie. And the app itself is actually free, but it does put a small watermark on your finished product unless you pay to remove it with the in-app purchase, which is around $4 US. But just before I show you exactly how to do it, my number one tip when you're creating cinemagraphs, whether you're doing it on your phone, which I'm going to show you, or whether you're using your DSLR video camera and using software like Adobe After Effects, all cinemagraphs, you need to make sure that your camera is on a tripod or as stable as possible, wherever possible, to give you the best results. And that's because we're actually recording video footage to be looped around and around, so you don't want to have any motion or movement in there from the camera itself. Okay, so once you've got the app installed, all you need to do is point your phone at whatever it is you want to shoot. Press and hold the camera button down the bottom as you normally would with the Facebook camera or the Instagram camera, and you want to hold the button down until it finishes capturing your scene. Once it's done, it's going to open up your video, and then all you need to do is to draw out the section of your video that you want to have the motion brought back in. Now, you've got two really simple drawing modes. One of them is to animate and the other one is to freeze. So by default, your entire image is set to freeze. So it's a photo and you're only using the animate tool, or the animate pen really, to draw out this section that you want to animate. If you do too much and you want to undo it, then you can just draw back over it with the freeze tool or with freeze enabled. And you can also pinch to zoom in and out to get more detail to really dial this effect in. Once you're done, all you need to do is hit export, and then you just need to choose where you want to save it. So whether you want to directly share it to Instagram, whether you want to just save it to your phone, or whether you want to share it out direct to any other app on your phone. Now, while this will give you really great results and it's such an easy app to use, if you are looking for something on iOS that's going to give you a bit more control, then you can check out the app called Cinegraph Living Photos. Currently sells for around the $3 price point. So this one's very similar in the way that it works. Again, you do your video recording, you then draw out the sections that you want to animate, but this one's got extra things like filters and color correction and a few more advanced controls if you really want to dial in the look of your finished product. Okay, so next up, we're going to take a look at plotagraphs, which is where we're going to be animating an actual photo and making it look like a video. Now for this, whether you're on iOS or Android, there's really two main apps that I would suggest looking at, and both of them are very, very similar. The first one is called Plotaverse, which is probably the most popular app in this space. And the second one is Zoetropic. Now, while the creation process for creating Plotagraphs is almost identical between these two apps, Plotagraph does have a fair bit more in the Pro version of the app that will let you add in filters and other sort of effects and video overlays to really take your Plotagraphs up a notch. But as for the actual animation or creation of the actual Plotograph itself, the two are very similar. Now, at the time of filming this video, the Plotaverse app itself is actually free. You will need to sign up for an account, a free account, to be able to get in and create your Plotagraphs, but they will be watermarked when you go to export them. So to remove that watermark, then you will need to pay around $5 to upgrade your version so that that watermark is gone. And the Zoetropic app is a paid app, which is currently selling for just under $4. I think it's $3.99, which obviously being a paid app doesn't include any watermarks when you go to export your image. So when you open up the Zoetropic app, you just swipe up and choose a photo. Next, you've got a heap of tools down the bottom here to really dial in and create your animated photo. To start to add some animations in, click on motion and then come up to your photo, and you can actually start to draw arrows on your actual photo. And the idea is that you're drawing arrows where you want the motion to be. So tap where you want the motion to start and swipe across in the direction that you want the motion to happen. Now, creating a really short arrow will create a small amount of movement. Create a long arrow will create a huge amount of movement. Now, at any time you can preview your animation just by hitting play. And you can see that straight out we've got some animation, but everything is looking a bit warped and wobbly. So the idea then is once you've got your movement happening, you can then start to select elements of your scene that you don't want to move. So you can fix them down. You can lock them down two ways. You can either use a mask and draw out the areas that you don't want to be affected by the movement, or you can have these little stabilizing markers. And everywhere that you drop these on, then it's going to stop the movement in those areas. Now, if you make any mistakes or you want to remove anything, then you can come down to the select tool and draw out a shape around the markers or anything that you want to remove. They'll then be selected, and then you can hit the trash can button and they'll be removed. Now, if you want to zoom in to get more accuracy on your animations, then you can just select the zoom tool down the bottom, and then you can pinch to zoom in and out. And you can also tap to drag around your image. Once you're done, you go up to the three dots in the top right-hand corner to the menu and hit Save Export Video. In here, you get to choose the actual speed or how long it's going to animate for. The default is 6 seconds. You can also set how many times you want this animation to repeat. You can see that we've got 6 seconds repeating one time. The total video time is 6 seconds. You can obviously customize that up, but keep in mind that if you are going to be posting these to Instagram, the videos will automatically loop themselves. So you may not need to actually increase the repetitions because that will auto loop on Instagram. And you can also customize up the video resolution there as well. And what I recommend is that you just leave that on ideal, which is the best quality. And then once you're done, hit save, select MP4. That's going to save the file out to your phone. And then when you're in Instagram or wherever you're going to post it, you can just post it as you would a normal video. Now, one really quick bonus app that I do want to mention in here that I just came across, which is really cool as well. It's not for creating Plotagraphs or Cinemagraphs. This one will let you create 3D moving pictures from your existing photos. So it's very similar to a Plotograph style video, except this is making it 3D. So the app that you need to do it is called View Me 3D. And again, all the links are going to be in the description. And all you need to do in this app is open up one of your existing photos, tap on the section that you want to have in the foreground, and it's automatically going to cut it out for you. I was pretty blown away with how accurate and how well this actually works. And then it's going to create a parallax effect where it's going to separate the foreground from the background, add some movement to your photo, and make it look 3D. So super simple, really, really quick way to create some awesome different effects for your still photos that you can post on social media. So now that you know how to make awesome animated moving images for Instagram and social media directly from your phone, if you are looking to up your video game as well, then make sure you grab our free PDF download linked on screen for both iPhone and Android, where it covers a heap of tips and tricks to help you 10x your results while you're creating videos on your phone. There's also a gear list in there as well of all our recommended gear to help you get the best results from your smartphone. And I'll see you next time.